Well, it's not as exciting as it might be. I'd always been a creative child. I did all sorts of hobby things. I picked up one crafty thing and tried it, and then the next 2 weeks later I was inspired by something else and I tried something else. So I started drawing faces when I was about 15, and I considered taking art for, in the UK we have GCSEs, which are the exams you take when you're 16. But I decided not to take art and I took music instead. I thought I'll do one creative subject and I'll do all the rest, proper subjects. And that at the same with the exams you take when you're 18, I continued with music, and then I opted to study music at university. But all the way through, I was actually spending probably more time than I should have been drawing and painting in acrylics. And then my first term at uni, we performed all the first years in the first term, did one big project. That's how it works every year at the uni I went to. And this particular year, we all got together and we performed a Bernstein musical called Wonderful Town. And one of the characters in that musical is an artist painting a portrait of one of the other characters. So the director, who was in third year, said to all of us firsties, is there anyone here who can create us something that looks like a portrait of this girl, so that we can use it as a prop for the show? So I said, well, yeah, I'll have a go. And it was the first life-size thing I'd done, and it was one of the first things I'd done in paint rather than in pencil. And it was fairly horrendous. I had a message a couple of months ago from the girl who is in this portrait, and she sent me a picture of it. She still got it. Bless her heart. She's still got this thing I painted 13 years ago. And it looks like a Disney princess. It's very exaggerated and yes, not particularly subtle. But I did that. And then the next year, the Opera Society was performing an opera which involved, in the crazy world of opera plots, a portrait of one of the characters falling off the wall and hitting one of the other characters on the head, which precluded this whole kind of dream sequence, and it was all very theatrical. So they knew I'd done the painting the previous year, and they asked me again, would you paint us a portrait of this person to use as a prop for our opera? I mean, what are the chances of that happening? So I painted that one as well. And then after the show, the lead tenor's mother approached me and said, I want you to paint a portrait of my son. I will pay you. So that was my first portrait commission. And then by the time I got to most of the way through my degree, I'd done various small commissions for friends and their parents. And it seemed unlikely that I would get my musical career wish of becoming a film score composer. So I chose the less difficult option of becoming a portrait painter, as you do. So I made that decision sort of partway through my final year at uni, and my parents bought my first ever oil paints as a gift for my 21st birthday. So I mark my painting anniversary is also my birthday. So yes, that was how it happened.